Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a grocery haul for you, but you actually get to see my face. I decided to set up the tripod and actually do like legit, let me hold up each item and talk you through everything grocery haul. And this is all exclusively from Trader Joe's. I went and I picked up some of my Trader Joe's favorite things because I haven't been to Trader Joe's since I'm pretty sure before Christmas. So it was time to restock and get all of my favorites again. So I have them. I'm really excited, and I'm going to share both the Smart Points and the Points Plus values with you today. So without further ado, let's jump right into my Trader Joe's haul. In no particular order, we are going to start with the one item that is in fact not food, and I picked up this. This is the new, I think new, fruit and vegetable wash. And the reason I picked it up was not because of the fruit and vegetable washing part of it, but I've heard and I've seen on Instagram that this makes a killer makeup brush cleaner. I don't know, but there's only one way to find out. So I purchased it, I think it was $3.99. So that's not so bad. It is purified water, natural cleansing agents derived from coconut oil and corn oil, grapefruit seed extract, lemon, orange extract. That must mean it smells pretty good. So I'll be really intrigued to do this. I will try and use it on vegetables and fruit as well, but I primarily bought this to wash my makeup brushes. All right, time for foodstuffs. Starting with this. This is the onion salt. I love this. Love this. It is such a delicious spice. I throw it on literally everything. Like when I'm roasting vegetables, I get the olive oil up in there and then I sprinkle it with this instead of regular salt. It just adds a little something extra. So stinking good. The spices at Trader Joe's are always so well priced that I never want to run out of this. Like I said, I'm going in no particular order here. I did buy frozen mahi fillets. I am a huge fan of the frozen mahi. It's actually a fish that, in my opinion, seems to thaw out and cook really well. It's super light no matter what plan you're on. I did not look up exactly what the points values were because I know for every plan, blue, green, purple, points plus, all that, it's gonna end up being different. So look up mahi fillet in your tracker and you'll find out what this costs you. A lot of frozen food here today. This is the French onion soup. There are 2 servings in this box and it is thebomb.com, you guys. It tastes so good. It is perfect for just like, especially a cold winter day. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This onion soup is 5 points plus and 7 smart points. I do highly recommend you cook this. It takes a lot of time, but I recommend you cook it in the oven instead of in the microwave. It's like a 40-minute ordeal, I think, which, yeah, it's a long time, oven-proof bowl, 40 minutes or until the cheese becomes golden brown. But if you want like that authentic French onion soup experience where it's like the crispy cheese on the top, you have to use the oven, or I've used the air fryer before as well. That also works because if you use the microwave, all the cheese just kind of sinks to the bottom and melts in. It still tastes delicious, but you lose that French onion soup experience. So just something to note. I decided to get me some cheese, and we're starting off with the light brie. Did you guys know they had light brie? This brie cheese is, I think, 70 calories for an ounce instead of 100 calories for an ounce. I don't know. I think it tastes really good. This is only my second time buying it, but I decided I wanted to feel a little bit fancy. So I got myself some brie cheese. Brie bought brie cheese. Fun fact about me, my mother never wanted me to have the nickname Brie because of brie cheese. And she failed to tell me this. So in high school, when people started calling me Brie, I never stopped them because I didn't know that that was her objective. So now people call me Brie. Sorry, Mom. The light brie cheese is 2 points on any plan. Going along with the cheese, I actually picked up some fat-free feta cheese. As you guys know, I'm big into the not buying fat-free anymore, but I buy reduced fat or fat-free when the taste doesn't seem to be all that different for me. And the way that I use this, it doesn't really matter. I top my eggs with it typically, and I think it tastes amazing. And because I think fat-free tastes amazing, why not buy fat-free and save myself a couple of points? For 1 ounce of this, it is 1 points plus and 0 smart points. This product is one of my all-time favorites. This is the tomato basil hummus dip, and it is So stinking good, especially if you love tomato-based things or have a thing for hummus where you're like, I don't know if I really love hummus, but I want to love hummus. This is a great like gateway into the hummus spectrum, in my opinion. It's not quite as hummusy as regular hummus, but it's still hummus. So I love this. I love dipping my vegetables in it. I love putting it on top of, like, if I'm making a sandwich or something and I want to give it a little bit more of an Italian feel, this I'll use instead of mayonnaise. I love this stuff. Pretzels it's really good with. It's just an overall great product. One serving of this hummus is 1 point on any plan, Points Plus and Smart Points. Next up are these new classics. These are the turkey corn dogs. Oh my gosh, so stinking good. Was really surprised the first time I tried them. 4 Points Plus, 5 Smart Points for 1. Air fry these suckers and they are so good. A little bit crispy, but the cornbread is still nice and soft. These are a lot of fun if you want something that really doesn't feel like diet food, or that you're trying to stick to a weight loss plan or something like that, and you just want to have a corn dog. These are stellar. My husband loves these just as much as I do. One of my all-time favorite products to make in the air fryer are these chicken gyoza dumplings. They crisp up in the air fryer so nicely, and they're surprisingly low in points, at least for me on Points Plus, for the serving size that you get for 7 of these dumplings. And they're reasonably sized dumplings. 7 of them, 5 Points Plus, 6 Smart Points. I picked up a few staples, and I mean, all of these are staples, but like these next couple of items are like staples. Every time I go, I buy them in multiples, and they're always in my house. Typically, the reason I run out to Trader Joe's now, because back when I lived in Chicago, I had one super close, and now I have to drive 20 minutes to go and get to a Trader Joe's. I know for so many people, the drive is so much longer for Trader Joe's, but for me, going from 7 minutes to 20 minutes is literally more than double the commute. So I only go a couple of times a month, if that. Like I said, I haven't been since before Christmas, and it is the end of February. So I buy my staples in bulk, because when I run out is when I have to go to Trader Joe's. And this is staple number 1, the reduced guilt macaroni and cheese. I freaking love this stuff. Love this stuff. Want to eat it all the time. I have doctored it up in a multitude of different ways. Everything bagel seasoning on this bad boy is on point. I have made like a barbecue ranch type and put a little bit of barbecue sauce and ranch powder in here with some bacon bits, also amazing. Topping it with other extra shredded cheeses, fantastic. And I have mixed in some seafood to create like a seafood mac, either the crab meat that's available at Trader Joe's or the seafood blend that's at Trader Joe's. So stinking good. You could do chicken, the possibilities of doctoring this up and turning it into something truly spectacular are endless, which is why it's always in my freezer, and I'm sad when it is not. And as I made macaroni and cheese in my meal prep this past week, I realized it's been a while since I've had these, and I needed to go and get some. I purchased 4, and hopefully they will last me a little while. These are another thing that's great for when you want something that doesn't feel diet or is very easy and tastes really good. The container of this by itself is 7 Points Plus and 8 Smart Points, and then of course you have to add the points for anything that you add to it. Staple number 2, the best thing, you guys. Gnocchi al gorgonzola, is that what it's called? Gnocchi al gorgonzola. This is gnocchi with a gorgonzola cheese sauce, and it is to die for delicious. To die for. I can't tell you how many of you have heard of this recommendation from me and then messaged me being like, oh my gosh, I tried it and you were right. It is just the best thing ever. So if you haven't tried this, give this a try. You're welcome. It is so stinking good. This is a staple when I make like just my typical meal of like steamed veggies, a carby side, and lean protein of some kind, whether turkey breast or chicken breast or pork chops or something like that. This is a staple in our kitchen. My husband loves it. I love it. We learned recently it is best consumed fresh, so when you make it, eat it that night. My husband took it to work as leftovers, and he's like, it doesn't heat up and taste quite right when you have to reheat it. So just go ahead and eat it all at once. Eat it all at once. I have been known, I shouldn't admit it, but I have been known to consume this like as my meal, just not sharing, all mine, and it's good. It's very good. 1 serving, which is 1 cup. It says there are about 3 servings in here. I find that there's less than that. When I have measured it, it turns out to be a little bit over 2. So my husband and I just split the bag and call it a day. One serving is 6 points plus, totally reasonable, and 9 smart points, which depending on your plan and what your other 2 dishes are, like chicken breast and steamed veggies, again, totally reasonable. And then my most staple of all the staples will come as a surprise to nobody. Cauliflower gnocchi. I purchased 4 of these and I highly considered purchasing more than 4 because we eat these all the time. I have even started preparing them in such a way that my husband, who at first he's like, I'm not really a fan of these, is now a fan of the cauliflower gnocchi. My favorite dinner, one of my all-time favorite dinners, is just chicken sausage and cauliflower gnocchi topped with a little bit of cheese. It is to die for delicious. It clocks in at only about 6 points plus, and it is just, oh, it's so good. So these are always in my freezer. Like I said, I purchased a bunch of them today, and running out of these is what made me go to Trader Joe's today. A serving of these, if I recall correctly, is 3 points on all plans, points plus and smart points. Next up is my favorite bread of all time. This is the sprouted sourdough bread. If you like a hearty bread, this is for you. It makes amazing avocado toast. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But the nutritional information is what keeps me coming back. It is 2 points across the board, points plus and smart points. But what I love about it is there's a little bit of fiber, 2 grams of fiber, but there's 7 grams of protein in here, you guys. 7 grams and no fat. Like, how freaking awesome is that? So this makes epic avocado toast, which is typically what I use it for. And I also have been known to, especially around that time of month when I'm getting a little bit cravey and I just want like bread, I will toast up a slice or 2 of these, put real butter on it, and it is the most perfect PMS food. No joke. Sorry, men, but no joke, ladies. If you're a bread person, bread and butter, this is good stuff. This is a discovery that my husband made when he had soup dumplings out and about one day, and then he went to Trader Joe's and brought them home. I had no idea these things even existed, but I am so glad that I know that now. These are little dumplings that actually have soup in them. So you have to pick them up and you eat them whole, and like when you bite into it, it's just this warm, delicious soup, chicken soup. It's like a comfort food that you can pick up and eat. It's, oh my gosh, it's so stinking good. So the upside to these is they're friggin' delicious, and the downside or an upside, depending on how you look at it, is a serving size of 6 dumplings is the entire box. Now, truly, you probably should make them all at once. My husband and I typically split these as an appetizer on Asian food night, so we each get 3, which will cost me 3 points plus. But the way you cook them is in the little bag that they're sealed in, so you typically would, I would think, want to cook them all at once. But these make a delicious, delicious little mini meal, if you will. 6 points plus, 7 smart points for the entire box. Today, I fell victim to the taste testing area in Trader Joe's, and they were taste testing these. Now, at quick glance, you're like, but that's not new. But apparently the flavor is. This is black summer truffle flavored cheese crisp bites. All this is crisped up cheese. You can eat them like chips, but be careful because they're fatty. And it is cheese. Semi-aged cheese, part skim cheese. It doesn't even say what kind of cheese. It tastes Parmesan-y, but then it has truffle on it. And it was, I walked up to the thing, I was like, ooh, I love these. And I took a bite and I was like, grabbed it, put it in the cart, like without even saying another word. I was like, okay, yeah, these are coming home with me. So for these, you actually have, it's one of those things where like they have the nutrition information for a serving and for the entire bag. So for the single serving of these, which is 1 ounce, it will cost you 4 points plus and 6 smart points. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and just consume the entire bag, which ends up being 25 grams of fat and 26 grams of protein, it will cost you 9 points plus, and I think 13 smart points. So do with that information what you will. The only sweet treat I brought home, and how much of an accomplishment is that? I only brought home 1 sweet treat, was these. These are the cocoa meringues, and they are the perfect little, let me curb my chocolate craving treat. Oh, they're so good. 1 serving, 3 cookies, and like they're pretty reasonably sized cookies too. I mean, look at that. They're pretty reasonably sized. 3 cookies is 90 calories. 2 points plus, 5 smart points for the 3 cookies. If you bumped it down to 2 cookies, it would be still 2 points plus, so I always go for 3, but it would be 3 smart points. So if you can cut it down by 1 cookie, you end up saving yourself 2 smart points. And then the last thing I found was totally on accident, and I am so glad I decided to look, because I actually went to Whole Foods with the intention of finding this product, and I couldn't find it at Whole Foods. They were out. So I walked by in Trader Joe's, and not only did they have the new RX bar of chocolate raspberry, they had the other new RX bar of vanilla almond, and I bought 3 of them, each one, because I'm so excited. I've been told that this one tastes like birthday cake. I've been told that this one is absolutely amazing, and I'm very, very excited to try both of them. The raspberry one is 5 points plus and 8 smart points, and the vanilla one is 6 points plus and 8 smart points. And there you go. That was a much longer-winded grocery haul than I normally do, so I need your feedback. Let me know in the comments below if you liked this format more than me just holding the camera down at the grocery haul on the counter and just quickly zooming through things. I would love to know which one you prefer. If you did like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already joined the Diva and the Divine community and you want to hear more about what I have to say, go ahead and click that little red subscribe button. We would love to have you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye!